Now, this was immediately after the primaries, but we suppressed it because we wanted to push on. We wanted to get this program away. You look at the candidates themselves, you also know that they have not completely met certain basic requirements as stipulated by law, by the electoral regulations.
The NRC wasn't happy about the June poll. It argued that ABN's original quota stopped people from voting. Another complaint. Abiola had worn his party symbol on election day. The NRC said this was like campaigning after the polls had opened. In short, the NRC said the elections may have been free, but they hadn't been fair.
It means that free in the sense that no killing of people, no beating of people, no fighting. But it's not fair because when the first injunction was got, our own party people, we have the greatest supporters in the north. They did not come out to come and vote because they did not know that there will be elections in the east as well as in the far north. So we couldn't mobilize our people for that election. So that's why I say it was not fair. It was fair to Abiola because it got the bulk of his supporters from the south, enlightening people who can read newspapers, listen to the radio. But in our own case, they are in the north. So that's why I said, if it was free, it was not fair.
The low turnout was not because of the cutting jobs. The truth is that Nigerians are getting fed up, being called upon every 3 months, every 6 months, either to re-register as voters, or to come out for fresh primaries, or to come out to vote. They are getting tired. It's not because there was court injunction or court judgment. How many people heard of the court injunction? But even then, 14 million people coming out to vote is a very reasonable number.
On July 8th, Abiola went to the Lagos High Court to try to force the government to publish the poll results. He also asked the court to stop the government and the parties from organizing new elections. But both the High Court and the Supreme Court said this wasn't their business. They had no jurisdiction in the matter. Meanwhile, the SDP still ruled out going to the polls again.
Now, when the results were annulled, the government insisted that we should go for fresh elections. The first thing they did was that we should get ready for fresh elections on the 14th of July. I went before the head of state, then Commander-in-Chief General Babangida, and told him that the stand of SDP then was that SDP was not ready for fresh elections. We were given about 5 days to go and consult with our leaders. We did, and came back and told the president then that we were not ready for fresh elections.
The NRC did favor new elections, continuing to claim that the previous had died. So the parties were still loggerheads. Many people still backed the 12 result. Babangida now consulted with traditional rulers and leaders of pressure groups. If fresh elections weren't agreed to, he'll dissolve all democratic bodies and parties. In their place, he'll set up an interim government. He soon withdrew the threats against politicians. The proposal of a national government was to stand.